Jaden. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to dive into the phase 2 of food and my insights on food and nutrition during my health crash recovery from adrenal fatigue, HPA axis dysfunction, chronic stress, anxiety disorder, and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Before we do that, I am not a doctor or a nutritionist, so please check in with your medical professional before taking on any health advice. And I highly encourage you to get checked out anyways if you're going through something like this, because you want to first get the reassurance and to kind of rule out all the serious possible diseases and illnesses that could be troubling you. So then you could really focus on the changing of your lifestyle and anxiety with relaxation and stuff like that if you are cleared. All right, so phase 2. I did phase 1 on this series on the food, so if you haven't checked that out, I will try to link it somewhere. If not, you can always browse through my channel and use my search tool in my channel, and you can find the first video. So phase 2, the most frustrating, tricky, annoying, challenging, hard, scary, unknown phase in my opinion through the whole journey. Hold on one second, I'm going to turn my AC on. I hope it doesn't bother the audio, but it's too hot to not have the AC on in the car. Alright, so, phase 2. Everything I've said in phase 1 still kind of applies, but I'm going to, kind of add to it. So definitely watch the phase 1 video, because I don't want to, repeat myself, so it's easier if you just refer to that video. So, everything I said in that video still applies here, with some modifications, additions, and some changes. So phase 2, you're gonna get a lot of days where you have this false sense of you're better, and I don't know why, but it happened to me. It happened to literally everyone I've talked to that's going through this around that initial 4 to 6 month mark. You're going to hit a point where you start to kind of feel better if you've been resting. And when you first encounter this, you're going to think you are on top of the world again, especially in phase 2, because the reason why you feel better is because as the adrenals starts to recover and your hormones are coming back a little bit, the first thing they're going to do is give you that stress metabolism uplift. So I've talked about this before. It's your body kind of taps into your adrenals for that emergency when you're just so wiped out and you still need energy. It taps into the adrenals and it produces cortisol, adrenaline. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the exact combination, but it produces a certain cocktail of hormones to allow you to keep performing when you really should be resting. And that is fine, here and there, but for those of us who are suffering from this is because we're chronically stressed and chronically overtraining, overpushing ourselves, not nourishing, not resting. So we end up with an adrenal imbalance, hormonal imbalance that causes all kinds of stuff because it is being pushed over the limit. Your whole system has. So what's going to happen is that's how you get adrenal fatigue or adrenal imbalance or insufficiency or whatever you want to call it, which then cause the anxiety disorder because of the adrenaline that's in your body now. So when you first get better in phase 2, you will have that ability again, because phase 1, you're just out. You have no hormones whatsoever, so you're bed bound for a while. But as you build that energy back up, the first reserve it's going to have, it's going to recharge that ability to lift you out of emergencies. So if you overdo yourself now and not eat well now, you're literally was in debt and you've just kind of made some money, $2, and then you're going to go spend $100 again. So this is when, even if you feel good, do not, because you've been inactive and feeling out of shape, start to cut your calories again and want to take on this whole comeback plan. This is a time to keep resting, keep eating well, keep eating enough, and don't make huge changes, because most people make this mistake and they will continue to have this setback better thing that they get stuck in. I had my share of that until I figured it out, so I just want to save you trouble. So the food, continue to eat multiple meals. Again, not like 10,000 meals a day, just when you're hungry, eat. And continue to not overstuff yourself, because the overeating and being full is super stressful on your system. We don't want any stress. So again, the whole moderation. Do not cut calories. Do not exclude any macronutrients. Do not exclude, fat, protein, or carbs. Just eat a balance. And again, you don't need to calculate it on a calculator or anything like that. Just use your eyes, use your gut instinct. Okay, eat a balanced meal. Don't overstuff yourself. Stop when you're full and eat when you're hungry. Continue to do this, even if it's late. If you're hungry, don't go to bed hungry. Again, I don't mean go to bed full and stuffed. I just mean don't go to bed hungry. I keep highlighting that because with our personality, or most of the people that have this, kind of chronic stress overdoing type of thing, imbalance, we tend to and I used to be much more like this until this happened and I had to change myself. We like to take from one extreme to the other. So it's don't go to bed hungry. So then what we'll do, instead of just being satisfied, we'll be stuffed. And I'm just trying to save you guys that detour setback as well. So don't do anything extreme, just like the food. Don't starve or don't overeat. Okay, now in phase 2, I do recommend holy basil, either in tea form or in wow, my picture just got really dark. Okay, I think I'm okay. Okay, here we go. Either in a tea form, a traditional medicinal tea company makes one. It's also called Tulsi, Tulsi. That's holy basil. It's a very gentle herb. You could start taking some of that. It helps with the relaxation, just overall mood, energy. It is not extra stimulating for me and most people that I've talked to. Always figure this out on your own. Certain supplements are going to hit every other person different. So I can just say from my experience and from the people I've talked to, holy basil Tulsi is a safe one, especially in tea form. You can also take it in pills or capsules or tinctures. They have it in all forms. I'm not going to get into the dosage. You have to figure that out. Maybe consult a holistic herbalist to, again, I'm not going to prescribe anything because I'm not a doctor. But that is something that I took that worked well and was mild. Personally, I love the tea because they were milder, and I had 1 cup in the morning, 1 cup at night. Okay. What else? Sorry, I got distracted because I see a parking maid coming, and even though I'm in the car, I hope she doesn't give me a ticket. I don't think she will because I still have green, but you never know with LA. The parking laws, sometimes the signs are all... Okay, no, she's going away. All right, so, sorry guys. This is a very unedited video today because why not? Sometimes it's fun. All right, so back to the food. And guys, no caffeine and no excess amount of refined sugar. And I would still stay away from, super refined carbs that will cause you to have a spike in your blood sugar. Phase 2 is a lot like phase 1 as far as the food, but it's worth doing this video because it's a great reminder to not think that you've done enough and you can like move forward. Phase 2 is just the very beginning of truly healing from this. And all those false like feeling better, you know, that really keeps people in this phase. I don't know how many people that I've talked to that will contact me and say, you know, I was doing just fine, and for some reason I'm getting these setbacks, and I'm like, okay, how long have you been at this? 4 to 6 months. Did you do more than you did a few months ago? Yes. And then they rest and they feel better again. So just save yourself the trouble. If you're new and you're already researching this and you found this video and all my videos, this time, rest, lay low, let yourself continue to recover. Okay, so the supplements, the holy basil, and also licorice. Now this didn't work well with me in the tincture form. Okay, it was too strong. It like had a reverse effect. It works for some people in a tincture form. However, when I'm feeling very fatigued, not when I'm feeling hyper, but when I'm feeling very fatigued, because you know, through this recovery, there's times where you feel hyper, there's times where you feel fatigued. During the fatigue, low energy times, I drink a cup of licorice tea. It's really good. It's great. Okay, I don't take the tincture. That's too intense for me. But the tea of licorice will help me kind of like lift me out of that severe fatigue. Again, I don't do that just to go do more things. I do that just to feel better, and I continue to rest. And I highly recommend that because, you know, I can't emphasize enough that if you feel better in this period and you try to do more, all you're gonna do is prolong your full recovery. So please, guys, don't do that. All right, phase 2, you're still not really able to regulate blood sugar that well. I wasn't able to yet. That's more in like late phase 3, you're gonna start to feel like you can again. But phase 2, when you're not on those spike highs, you will understand what I'm saying. You will continue to feel like you just don't regulate blood sugar that well. And no matter how you eat isn't going to change that at this point. It's just time and doing things that are not detrimental in your diet, in your lifestyle, you know, to prevent your body from healing itself with enough rest and nutrients. So there's not much more to say about phase 2 with the food. And I kind of went off the subject to cover the lifestyle kind of insights for this phase as well. Again, I've done it in many other videos, but it can't hurt to emphasize because it's such a key to recovery here. And just a reminder, no caffeine yet like this. During phase 2, definitely no caffeine, no sugar yet. And sugar, I don't mean little sugar here and there to sweeten your tea if you want, like a teaspoon, or cooking with a little bit of honey or whatever. Again, it goes back to common sense. You know, sweeten your tea a little bit with like a teaspoon of sugar or some honey is going to be fine. But 10 tablespoons, no, it's not. You know, a big ice cream cake right now, no, that's not. So don't do the all or nothing. Go case by case, depending how you feel. And just stay really aware and stay really in tune with your body. And I wish you well on this recovery journey. Stay tuned for my phase 3 of the food, because that's when things are going to be changing up. Phase 1 and 2 is kind of similar, I know. But phase 3 is when there will be a lot more new information, and definitely phase 4 and 5, obviously. So I will do, after this, 3 more videos. So this is phase 2, guys. Make sure to check out my phase 1. Hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. All right, thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.